Everyone, welcome to the Design by Melody YouTube channel today. And today I have a design team project for you. So I'm on the design team for Thoughtful Studio, and I am working with the Tess-a-penpal collection, which is actually the first collection from Thoughtful Studio. If this is the first time you're seeing this collection, I will link at the very end of this video the unboxing or the share of this collection. So make sure you stay for a moment and check out that as well. But essentially this kit it's a digital kit or a physical kit. You can purchase it either way, whatever you prefer, on the Thoughtful Studio Etsy shop. And I will have those links. I will try to put them in the description box. I've had some difficulty with my links in the description box, so make sure you check out my blog post. I am doing a blog post with every single video that I post. That way you can get all of the links and not have to worry about broken links or anything like that. But as you see, I've still got a good portion of this kit here that I'm working with. I've used some of the papers, but I do still have a lot left. And I actually had a lot of papers left that had envelopes on it. So I had this idea. This year I'm doing a little bit different as far as what I am scrapbooking. I'm not doing traditional 12 by 12 layouts, I guess in the sense of just doing a 12 by 12 album. I will be doing some 12 by 12 layouts, but those are probably going to be photos from previous years, just so I can finish out those albums. But I'm doing something a little bit different this year, and I know we're already in March, and I haven't really shared that yet, but I will once I've kind of sorted through all the details of that. But one of the ways that I am documenting are using additional types of albums kind of like this. So this is a postcard album that I'm creating with you today. I had some random chipboard just sitting in my packaging supplies. I do run an Etsy shop and an eBay store, and I have lots of packaging supplies sitting around my office. And I happen to have these two, actually had 3 pieces of chipboard, and 2 of them were the same size. So I just used those. One is a front cover and one is a back cover. And if you noticed, one side was white and one side was the natural color, so I ended up just covering the white side, and I'm using that as the outside of my album. My chipboard pieces measure 4 7/8 by 6 7/8, and that just happens to be what those chipboard pieces were already cut to, but it ended up being a really good size. I have 2 postcards here, one that's actually already written on, it was mailed to us, and then one that was just one I picked up from a souvenir shop when we were on vacation. So I'm not going to put the one that has not actually been mailed to us, but I pulled it out just for size reference. We actually get a lot of postcards, probably more than the normal person gets. My mother travels a lot, and she always sends postcards to Kaylin when she's traveling to different places. We have friends that live abroad as well as family members that live abroad. So we tend to get lots of postcards, probably somewhere around 8 to 10 a year, which is probably more than the average person gets, but I absolutely love them. And I always include them in my albums. However, since I'm not doing a traditional 12 by 12 album this year, I had to kind of figure out another way to work with this. So I decided to create this small little postcard album, and I'm using 1-inch rings, as you can see to the left. But as this album grows, I can change the rings. I actually have some rings I think are 2.5 inches, so that this album could really hold a lot, and it can just kind of grow as I add postcards to it. For the video, I only have 1 postcard in here, but I think I'm going to go back to my previous years and my 12 by 12 albums and pull out those postcards and add them here. I just think it's going to be fun to be able to flip through this album and read all the postcards, see all the beautiful pictures of where these postcards have come from, and see who that they've come from. I also really like to look at postage from postcards. I think it's really cool to see the different postage that you get from different places, especially for the international postcards that we get. I just think they're really cool. I did pull out some October afternoon alphas. These are the daily flash alphas. This collection does not come with alphas, so I just pulled some from my stash. The white ones are the meringue storybook ones, and I'm using the actual, like the front page. October afternoon daily flash albums always come with 2 pages. The front one is like a script or some sort of font, and then the back ones are always a tile alpha. So then I'm using these teal ones in the tile, and it just says the color is mason jar shop front. And I'm just putting postcards from around the world because these postcards are truly from around the world. The postcard that I did include in here, is this from Bulgaria, is actually where that one is from. This is actually from a friend that had traveled in 2000. Yeah, I think it was 2019 is when that one, we received that one. It's dated. So I just thought that'd be cool, and I went ahead and include that here. Now there's no real rhyme or reason as far as where I decided to put my holes. I just wanted them centered, so I did it 1 inch from the top and 1 inch from the bottom. And then whenever I'm actually going to include the postcards, I will just lay them inside the album, find kind of the center point, and then draw just a marker or whatnot where the hole needs to be punched, and then use my hole punch to punch that. I kind of messed up a little bit on my back cover. If you noticed, one of the holes got slightly punched to the side, but that's okay. I don't really care. It's on the back side. You don't really see that. This is pretty much the front, and I'm going to look for a little die cut to include on the top right, almost like a bit of postage. And I just want to embellish the back just a little bit. At this point, I'm going to leave the inside of my album, just that raw chipboard. I thought about including something, but I thought that it would be kind of nice just to leave it that raw chipboard and really let the postcards, the bright, colorful postcards, speak for themselves when you're actually looking inside the album. So I found this circle die cut that says, "Ship letter to my pen pal." And I'm going to use that on the right of the front cover to make it almost look like a bit of postage. And I am going to add this one little envelope down here at the bottom. I love the paper. It says pen pal with all the hearts in the envelopes. I think it is just really fitting for this postcard album. And then I'm using this one that says, "Thanks, Mr. Postman," and it says snail mail. And that's exactly what postcards are. They're snail mail, especially if they come from overseas. It can take quite some time to get those. As you can see, I just punched some holes, or drew the little lines and punched the holes, and then I'm going to put my album together. And this album can grow and grow and grow and grow. I think it's going to be really fun to have all of these postcards together in this album and be able to flip through and read them. And I'm going to try to put them in here by date order. We'll see how well I actually do that. But like I said, I'm going to go back through my other albums, find them, and put the postcards in this postcard album. I think it's just so fun. And look how beautiful that looks. It's a really easy way to store these postcards in a beautiful way. All right, so thank you so much for watching today's video. I will have a few videos linked for you here. I will have my last design team project as well as my unboxing of the collection so you can see what came in this Tess-a-Penpal collection. Please let me know if you have any questions, and make sure you check out that blog post for your links to be able to purchase this kit for yourself. Bye!